Hi guys, and welcome to Premier Division Week 18. This is the fixtures for Boxing Day. So I said I'd do it either Wednesday or Thursday, to get out of the way, because obviously I'll be very busy Christmas Eve, and obviously no one wants to watch it on Christmas Day, do they? So the best time to do it, 1:30 on a Thursday afternoon. So we start with the 12:30 kick-off, which is Watford versus Crystal Palace. Obviously we spoke about Watford this season. They've not really been the same team that there was last season. Have let in quite a lot of goals this season, and definitely the last couple of weeks. Not really been impressed with Crystal Palace. I didn't watch the Crystal Palace Chelsea game. Unfortunately, I missed that one. I did watch the one against Manchester United, and I didn't really think they put much of a fight in that game, to be honest. They had a couple of spells here and there, but nothing too impressive. I mean, I know they scored, but as I say, nothing too impressive. So this is kind of going to be it was a hard game for me to predict, this one. So I've gone for a tight draw. In all fairness, I've gone Watford 1, Crystal Palace 1. Both teams down the bottom that will be looking to get a couple of points. So I'm hoping, well, I say hoping, but I suppose Crystal Palace or Watford are hoping to get out of trouble with when you play games like this. So best place to start, really, isn't it? We then go to the 3:00 kickoffs, and we start with Arsenal versus West Bromwich Albion. Obviously, Arsenal taking the lead twice in the last two games, and then losing 2-1. I spoke about Everton the other day, saying how we started off quite brightly, took an early goal, and then just sat back and invited pressure, let Everton get back into the game. And that's exactly what we did on Sunday as well. We scored an early goal through Theo Walcott, and let's not forget, about 20 seconds straight after that, Sterling should have made it 1-1 when De Bruyne put it on a plate for him, and all he had to do is put his head on it, and I thought the net was going to bulge, but he missed it. But the second half, completely different team. Manchester City were a completely different team to the first half, and Arsenal were a completely different team in the second half and the first half as well. I'm just not quite sure what's going on at the camp at the moment. I mean, I know I said that a couple of weeks ago Arsenal wasn't really playing well, and then we went to West Ham and we beat them 5-1. We went to Basel, we beat them 4-1. Then we faced Stoke at home, we beat them 3-1. So you would have thought that the confidence was growing a little bit. And as I said, the way we started off against Everton, I really think that Arsenal's changed the corner this year. They seem to look like a completely different team. They look more aggressive, and they're looking like they want to finish teams off nice and early. And then we lost against Everton. I don't think Everton was a bad game, to be honest. I did say that in the previous video. I just thought that we sat back a little bit and let them back into it, but I don't think we were that bad against Everton. I thought we were superb in the first half against Manchester City, but as I say, second half, completely different team. I don't know what the hell was said in that dressing room at half time, but a completely different team. So I'm a little bit confused with what's going on at Arsenal at the moment. How do you have 3 fantastic wins and then have 2 awful losses? I don't understand that. I don't like to say this, but it's 9 points now in the title race. I think it's over for Arsenal. It's over. Can't see Chelsea dropping 9 points for Arsenal to Arsenal anyway. I don't think they're 9 points clear of everybody. I think Liverpool might be about 6, and the same with Manchester City. I think they might be about 7, but definitely for Arsenal, for me, over. And I don't want to make this video about Arsenal too much, but I have heard in the week Arsene Wenger's also signed a 2-year extension with the club. So if that's the case, Arsenal are not interested in moving on, not interested in strengthening the squad and winning trophies, because, let's get it right, guys, I've just said he's out of the title race. That's 13 years now. 13 years without no trophies. In fact, it'll be 2017 by the time we win the next one, so that'll be actually 14 years. So no good. I'm not interested in moving on whatsoever if that's the case. In terms of the result on Boxing Day, I don't think I had no right to put this result, to be honest. No right whatsoever. But I did go for it. I've gone Arsenal 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. But I really wasn't comfortable putting that, to be honest. So we'll just see how that game pans out. We then go to Burnley versus Middlesbrough. 2 teams I have been impressed with this season. Obviously, we knew, when you come up into the Premier League, you're going to find it hard, to get points, and definitely 3. As we've worked it out with Arsenal, they did get it against Liverpool, but there's been a couple of times, where I thought Burnley's been a little bit unlucky. in games. And I could say exactly the same about Middlesbrough as well. So I've gone for quite a lively game in this one, actually. I've gone Burnley 2, Middlesbrough 2. Two teams that have obviously come up from the Premier League and would have faced each other last season. So I've just gone for a lively game, and I'm hoping that that's the case. Sometimes it surprises you because games like this actually are more exciting than the top 4 games. So I hope that's the case, to be honest. Yes, we then have Swansea versus West Ham. Again, 2 teams down the bottom struggling for points at the moment. However, I do think if West Ham put their act together, they are the better squad than Swansea, even though it's at Swansea. As I say, if West Ham can put their act together, I think that they can win this quite comfortably. I'm going to go Swansea 0, West Ham 2. We then have Manchester United versus Sunderland. And yeah, I think Sunderland might cause a little bit of problems, but obviously Manchester United are getting a couple of results under their belt now. And as I say, Sunderland will cause a couple of problems, but I can't see too much of a problem for Manchester United, especially at Old Trafford. So I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0. And don't write Manchester United out of the top 4 just yet. Obviously, I've wrote them out of the title race just as much as Arsenal. But obviously, with Arsenal dropping points, do not write Manchester United off in that top 4 just yet. So there's plenty of games to go. I mean, I know there's 20 games to go, and I say, people are out of the title race, but you've got to hope on a top team, especially the form that Chelsea's in at the moment, to lose 3 games in a row, or well, I say in a row, but you've got to hope that when they lose, you've got to step up, and when they lose, you might face someone like Man United at Old Trafford, or vice versa at the Emirates or something like that. So it's tough for me. It's tough. I just can't see, but stranger things have happened in football, so we'll see. So we'll just see about that. Speaking of Chelsea, we then have Chelsea versus Bournemouth, and I do fancy Bournemouth to give Chelsea a little bit of a challenge, but obviously I expect Chelsea to win. I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1. We then have Leicester versus Everton. I thought Everton was slightly unlucky on Monday night. I was well out of my bet, to be honest. So yeah, Liverpool fans can tell me to shut the fuck up if they want. So I went 3-1 to Everton. Don't know why the hell I went for that result, to be honest. I think I just went crazy. It wasn't really the best Merseyside derby that I've ever witnessed. But obviously, well done to Liverpool for getting their result. Unlucky for Everton for not getting their result and not holding out for a point at least. I do fancy Everton to win this game on Boxing Day, though. I am going to go Leicester 1, Everton 2. And then to wrap up the weekend, the Boxing Day fixtures, we have Hull versus Manchester City at 5:15, and I can't see too much of a problem for Manchester City, to be honest. I'm going to go Hull 0, Manchester City 3. Then we go to Tuesday night football game, and we have Liverpool versus Stoke at 5:15. And again, Stoke will cause Liverpool a couple of problems, but I do expect Liverpool to have the better quality and to be able to see that through and win quite comfortably. In the end, I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Stoke 0. And then on the Wednesday, we have Southampton versus Tottenham at 7:45. And again, Southampton might cause them a little bit of problems, might score, but I expect, again, Spurs to be too strong for Southampton. I'm going to go Southampton 1, Spurs 3. So that has been the Boxing Day fixtures, guys. A couple of results or goals will be flying in if it's anything that I've gone by. So we're in for a goal fest in Boxing Day if it's anything that I've gone by. So let's hope for that, to be honest. I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas. And I think I will be doing another video just before New Year's Day. So I'll say Happy New Year to everyone on the next video. So until then, have a very happy Christmas, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Thank you.